Hello everyone, David A. Cox here with PCClassesOnline.com. I know you're going to love what we have for you today. This is an amazing little app that literally translates from almost any language into any language and also does the reverse. And what's great is that because it replaces your keyboard, you can use it with virtually any app out there, whether it's your messages, WhatsApp, email, really anything out there. So I know you're going to love it. Here is Translator for iPhone. Coming up next on PCClassesOnline.com.
Folks, I'm telling you, you are going to absolutely love this app. Now, the name of it is Translator Keyboard. It is $2. That just blew my mind right off the bat. $2 for this thing. And what it does is it's an additional keyboard that you can add into your phone or your iPad, and it will translate from almost any language to almost any language. But that being said, not every language, for full disclosure. Once you've purchased it, I want to show you how to install it since it doesn't work quite like a normal app. And before we do that, I just want to mention what really makes this special. So there's a lot of other apps that are out there where what you can do is you can go into them and you can type something, for example, in English and translate it to Spanish. But let's say you're having a conversation with someone through the very popular app called WhatsApp. It's an alternative text messaging app. Well, you'd have to copy and paste every message from one of those other apps into WhatsApp in order to get it to work. Whereas with this is integrating with your iPhone or your iPad's keyboard. There's no extra step. There's no copy and paste here. So you're going to see how easy it really is. So I've already purchased it. So let's get out of this. You'll see it there at the bottom right corner of my screen. Now, if you've ever installed other alternative keyboards, you know that while there is an app component to this, you don't actually really use it. So what I would recommend doing is take that app and move it somewhere where it's out of the way. For example, you can see here on page 2 of my apps, I have a little convenient folder called crap. So it's just stuff that I don't really ever need access to. So once you have downloaded it to your phone or your iPad, here's how you install it. You're going to go into Settings on your phone. From Settings, you're going to scroll down and go into General Settings. From here, scroll down a little bit more, and there right in the middle of the screen, you can see it says Keyboard. Tap on that. From here, the very first option is it says Keyboards, currently with the number 2 next to it. And now we're going to hit the last option there, Add New Keyboard. Finally, here you can see it says Translator KB is the second item down. We're going to tap on that. And one other step you're going to need to do is tap once again where it says Translator Keyboard, and just make sure you allow for full access. Now, I've done this beforehand so I could demo this, hence why it's already enabled. But for all of you who are doing this for the first time, that's going to be off by default. So just know that you need to turn it on to get it to integrate with all of your various apps. So once you're done, let me show you how it works. I'm just going to go into a kind of a blank note here just to show you, but please understand this works across the board. Now, if you go into the app and it starts off on your normal keyboard, here's how you switch. If you look here, and for a moment I'm going to use my cursor, we have this little globe icon down here. That is the button to switch between different kinds of keyboards. So for example, that's the one that comes standard with the iPhone, and now I just hit it again. It's going to go into emoji, one more, and we're here at the translation. The first thing you're going to want to do is tell it what language to what language. So I'm going to swipe with my finger real quick. Okay. And you can see here, now the lists in terms of translating to and from are not identical. Okay. For example, you can see Arabic is right there at the top right, but you'll notice it's not at the top left. So these guys are still relatively new. So it's not every language that is supported. So what I'm going to do is just quickly, I'm going to scroll through this list so you can get an idea. We're going to start with the first list on the left. So you need to be able to speak this language. Oops, sorry, I went too far down on my screen. Take two. Here we go. Scroll up. Okay, and then as far as what languages it can translate to, let me scroll through that list so you can just see what's here. I, by the way, am a total idiot when it comes to foreign language. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school, got to college where they told me I needed to have taken 2.5 years, so for whatever strange reason, they thought it would make sense for me to repeat the first 2 years again. Asked me the question, do I speak Spanish? No, not a bit. So this kind of app is heaven for me. All right. See, all that slacking, I did get away with it. Ha ha ha, showed you, teachers. Not really. Anyways, so once you have your languages selected here, which, by the way, I didn't actually choose one, so let me just tell it English to, was set to French, sorry. You know what, we'll give them a second chance. We'll do English to Spanish and see how well this does it. So I have my keyboard here. I'm just going to, let's pretend that I'm having a conversation with a friend and asking them out to lunch. Are you, it helps if I can spell correctly. Okay, so I wrote, are you free for lunch? And now what I'm going to do is hit that button that you see at the very bottom right corner. It says English to Espanol. I actually do remember that one. And voila. Now, I have no idea if that's actually correct or not because I just told you I don't really speak foreign language very well. Anyways, but it's a great little app. This does use, by the way, Google Translate. That's what's at the core of this particular app. So it's not perfect, but anyways, it's still pretty great for $2. So I'm now at this point praying that it actually did get that correct, because if it didn't, I'm going to look like a total idiot. And just if it doesn't, just never ever ask your friends if they're available for lunch. That can be the general rule. This is David A. Cox with PCClassesOnline.com. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Check out our other videos, of course, on our website or on our YouTube page, and we'll see you next time. That's all, everyone. Class dismissed.